and a very welcome to you and to the Aquarian. My name is Liam, here to celebrate the mysteries, to enter into them more fully, to experience communion with all that is good, holy, divine, and true. So mote it be. We use this as a time to get centered, to retreat from the battle that is this frickin' life. And we look to bring out that which is good, to celebrate it, to beautify this world with our very presence, so it is. We're breathing in, and we're breathing out. We're breathing in. Sacred breath. Very connection to the heavens, source of life, the elements. We bring them all together in beautiful harmony within us and without. We recall the element, the energy of fire that enlightens. We're reminded of the beauty of the sun and its splendor. We call upon Mother Earth, Gaia, the goddess, the lady of the lake with her beautiful waters, and the spirit of the winds from the four corners. The celestial realms, dominions, thrones, principalities. We are going to have a bit of a learning time today, sharing. We're in the last week of Leo season. This is where we take the stage and share, bring it out to the masses. We just got through this Aquarius full moon, and we made it. It may have been a little bit frazzly, and hopefully we could razzle dazzle with it. I'm going to go through some of these teachings, which you might recognize this from Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism. And over here, again, you might recognize the rainbow from the story of Noah. And we're going to go through this as well. And the 7 days of the week and how they got their order, which is just a little add-in, which will be fun and informative, I hope. Now, as I teach this, I also want to recommend taking this into meditation. It's a good device to use to go through your own psyche, to know thyself. This Kabbalistic worldview and metaphysical mapping, lots of it is taken from the Greeks' Platonic cosmology, who in return got most of their stuff, or a lot of their stuff, from Egypt. Pythagoras was said to have studied and went through the mysteries, being initiated into the mystical teachings of Egypt. And then Egypt says they got their stuff, I think, from Sumerian, which got turned into Babylonian, where we have the Chaldeans. And the Chaldeans were the Magi. Chaldea is a place in Babylon. They really added a lot to astrology. And in return, I think they may have got a lot of their stuff from India. But moving on. And then they just kind of came together through the years. So here we have the planetary spheres. Here we have the Sephirot of the Kabbalistic tree of life. Here we are in Earth. You are here. We should put a red arrow. Now, the closest heavenly luminary we have to us is La Luna, the moon, in control of our emotional realm. So when we start our meditation, our inner journey, and as we're going in, we're going out to the furthest, to the seventh heaven. We're about to take us to the seventh heaven. And the first part is getting through the moon, who moves the tides like into the waters of our emotional realm, who lights up the dark of our unconscious, subconscious, our psyche. The moon, who guides us through the darkness of night, like into a feminine energy. Goddesses of the moon are plentiful. Diana. The dove, too, because the crescent moon looks like the wings of a dove sometimes. It's been had that analogy. So, we check on how we feel. And we have to get through that gate. One of the ways that they said that you do it is knowing the names. And when you know the name of the angel or the monster, then you could bind them, learn them, befriend them, our emotions. Bring a light to our darkness, the shadow side. Now, when we get through the moon, I recommend calling upon Moon Goddess to help you through that. Although there are also moon gods. Sin was a Babylonian god, a male god of the moon, who Mount Sinai, the mount of the moon, that Moses, son of the moon or the sea, went up. Now, when we go up through the lunar realm, passing the moon, we meet Mercury, the trickster, called, I believe it's Neb, is the Hebrew word for it, and it's nebulous because it's a trickster. It pops its head up. It pops up in the morning. It's not super bright. It's not nearly as bright as Venus or the moon or the sun or any of the other planets, really. And or you could see it in the evening, just sometimes pop up because it's the closest to the sun. So the sun light makes it not visible often, and it's the closest to the sun, which makes it records the sun. It's like the jester, the trickster motif. But he also gets a seat right next to the sun, the king in the royal court at the table. Mercury is also Thoth in Egypt. Hermes, where we get the Hermetic tradition from. Mercury's the mind. And so when we get through the emotional realm of the moon, we then go to the realm of the mind. It's very busy, active, fast-moving. So we spend some time to think about what's on our mind. And it's more of that constant chattering in our head. So we want to try to control that so that we could get past our mind playing tricks on us sometimes by focusing on the next heavenly luminary that we get to, Venus. Love. we could also get lost there because she's in charge of the five senses, which is why the 5-pointed star is often a sign of Venus, who is Ishtar, the bright and morning star Venus, who even the Jesus character called himself that. It's the light bearer, lux fair. The name Christopher means Christ bearer. Christopher Columbus. Columba is a dove constellation. That's the dove. It's near Argos, which is the ship of Jason and the Argonauts, the Argo constellation, which is where we get the dove coming out from Noah's Ark. We also have a crow constellation there as well. All these stories in the Bible, Old and New Testament, are like astral mythology. Knowing these allegories can help us to get behind all the division that these religions have created and supremacy as we explore and reveal the revelation of these mysteries. Now, when we get through Venus, we meet the sun. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, the great I am. In the first sign of the zodiac, we have Aries, where the sun's exalted. Saying I am is the motto of Aries. So now we're in the solar realm, clothed in the sun. Consciousness, what we have bring light to. What light gets brought into it. The sun's so important. The sun lights up all the other heavenly luminaries. There it is, smack dab in the middle. 3 below, 3 above. The sun being the core zone, the heart of this body. This is the body of Adam. Adam Kadmon is what they call it in Jewish tradition. The Christians would call this the body of Christ then, the new Adam. Neither of them historically existed. Moving on, we get through the solar realm. Pride would be things to keep us from trapped in the solar realm. Too much of an identity. You tap into the solar logos. It's a life-giving energy. But also, it's almost like not being too attached to life even. I know. Our loved ones, it's good to love them, obviously, but not to be even too attached to that because it's all passing. So then when they do pass, then you can just be so sad. It's hard to go on. But you got to hold on past the sun to Mars, where that's a real ego check. Mars gives us our energy, our life force, our ego, our willpower. How are we using those talents? So then we get passed through Mars, which is, I don't know, warrior instinct gone wrong would keep you stuck in that place. Just a warrior without a rebel without a cause type energy, keep you in the Martian realm, the red planet. You want to look to what signs does Mars rule and his exaltations. Where does he fall to get a better chance, knowledge of the characteristics of Mars so that we could move past that gate. There were 7 initiation steps in the ancient mystery schools. And then we go to Jupiter, the king, Zeus, Jove, Yahweh, I think. Jupiter is experience. How's our experience going? Creation. How's our creation? How do we feel about it? Is it the creator God? Jupiter. How Are we getting wisdom from our experiences? The guru, Jupiter. The philosopher king. The king on the throne, Jupiter. How are we using those abilities of ours? And then we move through. Who's behind the throne ruling things? The seventh heaven, Saturn, ruler of Aquarius, the Aquarian age we're going into, the seventh heaven. How are we the masters? Or are we letting ourselves have others be our masters? How are we doing with taking authority, responsibility, working through our karma, working our dharma, our purpose, our mission? How is reality? Serious stuff. How do we work past Saturn, Satan? Well, when you do, when you're able to master thyself, then you escape out into the celestial realm of the stars. And then you want to come back in, going through the planets again. Saturn, okay, what do we want to be the architect of? The grand architect, Saturn. Set in ancient Egypt, or Seth, or Seb, Saint Joseph, the woodworker in the shed. The glyph of Saturn is a cross with a serpent at the bottom, the tree of life. I rubbed all on this. Sorry. Now this is a working up the same way, but it's put into a three-dimensional object. So here's Earth. The glyph is this, representing the four elements and the solstices and the equinox. This is called Malkuth, where Shekinah dwells. This Holy Spirit, the feminine energy of life, of materiality, the mother of the matrix, is here. The stage, where here's the actors of the stage. They play out on the stage. Here's the actors. The moon through Saturn, the Saturn moon matrix. Here's the story. Here's the stage. We have Act 1, which is known as is 30 pages in a screenplay, and then Act 2 is 60 pages, and then Act 3, 30 pages again. You can put that into so we have 3 here. I'm sorry. Yeah, 3 here. 3 3 there. 3 there. 3 there. And there's our 12. A 90-degree angle. 90 times 4, 360. Our 360 spin we're doing here. Now, isn't that weird how that's how screenplays are set up? Carnal, the beginning. The middle, fixed. The end, mutable. 30 pages. Okay. I'm going to clean that up. Note to self, find eraser. Okay, so now we go up to, this is called Yesod. From Malkuth, from the earth to the moon. And then bam, up. And they go to the left first after the moon. Mercury. Nebu is what they call it. Which means just like the planet or the wanderer. But where we get nebulous from, I'm pretty sure. From Mercury to Venus. Venus to the sun. Moon, Sun, to Mars, to Jupiter, and then through the void, the black sun behind the sun. Some say that used to be Saturn, but then we have going through the void, which is not counted on the Sephirotic tree of life because that would make this 11. And there's got to be 10, not 9, not 11. This is then to Saturn, who's called Binah. And Hesed is for Jupiter, where we get Melchizedek, the mysterious priest of Melchizedek, Lord Jupiter. From Saturn, then bam, to the zodiacal sphere. The zodiac, 12, the band that these planets travel through. 23.5 degree band called the ecliptic. But then when we found Uranus, we put Uranus there. Oh, you know what? It goes like Jupiter, Saturn, and then after Saturn through the void, because we can't see it. And then to Uranus. And then when we started finding the outer planets, we had to put Pluto at the top at Keter, the crown. Or they put Neptune in here as the void. And I've seen that switched around. But here at the top is the triangle that we see. God the Father, the Mother, Saturn. God the Son, the Trinity. And then below the 3 is the 7. Here on this pillar is the pillar of severity, the left-hand path. When you see them covering up their eyes or whatnot or hiding a hand, they're talking about practitioners of the left-hand path. It doesn't have to be evil. It could just be dark shadow work type stuff. The right-hand path, sit at the right hand of the Father. And we have the more beneficent planets of Venus and Jupiter, as opposed to Mars and Saturn being over here. Mercury they put over here on the severity path, as opposed to the mercy path. But Mercury is kind of, it's known to be, it's Hermes. And then Mercury, Hermes, and Venus, Aphrodite are between the sun, the moon, and the sun, where we get a hermaphrodite from. Because it's that notion of marrying the negative, the positive, the feminine, the masculine within us to fully climb up this ladder. We got shot down, they say, like a lightning bolt. If you follow this down, it looks like a lightning bolt. And then when you rise it up, it's a snake, a serpent. Shakana! The Quetzalcoatl. The Kundalini. Arousing the coiled up serpent, Shakana, in earth, the divine feminine. And then through knowing this, the Gnosis, the G of the Masons, I'm pretty sure is for Gnosis or Grand Master. Or Gavura. Gavura's Mars. The warrior planet. Okay, so if the mapping the planets go from Monday, the moon's day. Tuesday, Martes in Latin, Spanish, Mars's day. Wednesday, Mircole, Mars's day. Thursday, Thor's day, Jupiter, Jove, Juventus. Saturn day. But how does that work out? Because first day is Sunday, and the next day is Monday. Well, the sun and the moon, they're not in order. Although the number for sun is 1 and the moon is 2. 3 is Jupiter. 4 is the north node. 5 Mercury. 6 Venus. Sexy sextile and Venus. 7 the north node. The south node, or the tail of the dragon, Neptune. 8 Saturn with the figure 8. 9 Mars, who finishes things off. 0 Pluto. Is it a planet? Is it a number? Is it not a number? Is it a planet? Is it not a planet? That's why some say Pluto is the Sephiroth. Is it a Sephiroth? It's not a Sephiroth. Some put Pluto there. There's no consensus. Okay, so here we have the days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's the cycle of the week. Now, going through the order of the planets, we start with Monday. Okay. And now we go to Wednesday, because Mercury. And then after Mercury, we go to Friday, Frig of Veneres, Venus, Friday, Wednesday to Friday. And then after Venus, we go to the Sun, Sunday. Then after the Sun, we go to Mars, Tuesday. And then after Tuesday, Mars, we go to Jupiter, which is Thursday. And after Thursday, we go to Friday, which is Venus. Oh, what did I do wrong? Pull up! Oh, because I was doing it in, so I was right. Oh my God, I'm going to have to clip this. Damn it, Leon. But this is so cool. Hang in there. Okay. So the moon, Monday. And then we go from Monday to Mercury, which is Wednesday. And then we go to Venus, which is Friday. Venus to the Sun, which is Sunday. Sunday to Mars, which is Tuesday. Tuesday, Mars to Jupiter, which is Thursday. Thursday to Saturn, which is Saturday. It's a 7-pointed star. I didn't do it that well. It makes a 7-pointed star. Look it up on the internet. Damn, I should have practiced that before I started. And the reason why they chopped it up like that is because they introduced the fourth. It's all something called the fourth. It sounds like the fourth. May the fourth be with you. All right, so that, my friends, is when we were a light. Then we entered into Saturn, the master of the matrix, and split up into 7 rays, the 7 colors, the 7 chakras, the 7 visible luminaries into Earth. This is the 7-rung ladder of Jacob ascending and descending. He saw the angels in this allegorical story, talking about this metaphysical stuff. So I hope you enjoyed that. The moon's in Aries right now. Sun's in Leo. One last week of Leo. So this is going to be a chance to use that fire energy. Get reignited. Let that fire take us higher in our ascent upon this mount. And we're going to go to some tarot cards for some guidance as we go through this week. We are thankful for this opportunity to commune with divine help and guidance. An Ace of Pentacles, which an ace is always a new thing. I'm saying be open to receiving. Think abundance. Abundance mantras. I am worthy of abundance. I have abundance coming to me. I am happy about that abundance that's coming to me. That's great. I'm going to use it for good. It's also reminding us to manifest here in Earth. We're not looking to escape just for escapism's sake, but to come back in and to plant the highest of the heavens into the most fertile, darkest soil here on Earth. Bringing the highest heavens to the lowest places of Earth, and vice versa, as we ascend up and down this sacred stairway. And she's buying the stairway to heaven. There's a lady I know. Sorry. I want to learn how to play. What I want to do is go through and refix some church songs and stuff. And if they're talking about weird, supremic, genocidal, horrible stuff, human sacrifice, animal sacrifice, and condoning that and pushing that in the lyrics of the song, then we take it out. Refix it with something cooler. Messenger card, Sirius energy. The star Sirius, you can see her in the morning now, after the Lion's Gate. That means that the sun has progressed far enough away from 15 degrees of Cancer so that she's visible in the morning, which would also mark the inundation of the Nile in Egypt. They also called Sirius, that star, Sothis. So they based the Sothic calendar off that, which is what our Gregorian calendar more closely resembles. And bringing harmony and balance. Get into that heart place. I think that's what we want to do. We want to reach out to Saturn, reach down to the moon, bring them together at the sun. Saturn's kind of like the father figure. The moon, the mother. Bring them together to the child, the Son of God. Oh, I just felt the Holy Spirit moving my little tailbone. I feel the serpent horizon. Oh, and the apostles had tongues of flames on their forehead as they were in the upper room. I like to get crazy sometimes. Let us now celebrate the sacred sacrament of the Aquarian, where we take water and we give thanks for this information, this knowledge, to break us out of the matrix of Abrahamic faithism. We will not be controlled by these stories, taking them literally. We have discovered the esoteric hidden meanings, and now we will transform. Let these waters be transformed from seemingly earthen waters to unity with the waters of heaven, symbolized by the water bearer Aquarius. May this water strengthen us on our journey, make us wholesome, so that we could be a fount of love, mercy, compassion, creativity throughout this week, washing away any negative juju that we don't want to bring forward. We align our energetic centers, our electromagnetic aura. We have it in perfect balance and harmony. We bring it together, our mind to our heart, spirit and soul, God and Goddess within inside of us. Can I get a Om? So it is, so it is. It is good that we are here. We are doing it. Let us go forth in strength of spirit, courage of soul. The Aquarian. Oh, we have an upcoming announcements. We have an upcoming meeting on the 21st, a week from today, at Labyrinth Studios, Seminole Heights, where you'll get a chance to see myself with others presenting on such mystical, magical, hopefully practical things. May you be filled with the light of love. May our consciousnesses continue to expand and connect as we bring forth a new earth bathed in the light of knowledge and the warmth of love. So it is.